All right, everyone, buckle up because today we're diving deep into Performer 8.
Performer 8.
Yeah, we've got two articles, both about this. Well, it's a supplement, right? And it's promising a lot,
It is, yeah.
like a whole lot from what I skimmed.
Yeah.
We're talking libido boost, stamina,
Like you said, a lot.
the works. But you know us, we're not just going to take their word for it, right?
Absolutely not.
We got to see the receipts, the science behind it all.
Got to separate that hype from, the real deal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So no better place to start than the ingredients, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Both articles, they both mention this, Murapuama.
Mirapuama. Okay.
And, okay, get this. They call it potency wood.
Clears throat.
I mean, come on. With a name like that, you got to be at least a little curious.
Potency wood. It's certainly a name. It's got history, though, this Mirapuama.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been used in, traditional South American medicine. They used it as an aphrodisiac.
So the name's not just for show then.
Well, that's the thing, right? Just because it's traditional doesn't mean it's scientifically proven. Good starting point, but we need more than just stories.
Right. Got to see the research, the data.
Exactly.
Okay, so traditional use noted. What else we got? Ashwagandha. Both articles talked about this one too.
Ashwagandha, yeah, interesting one that is.
Yeah. They were saying it's supposed to be good for stress and testosterone. Two birds, one stone.
Could be. See, ashwagandha, it's what they call an adaptogen.
And adapt to what now?
Adaptogen. Basically, it means it helps your body deal with stress, more effectively. And here's the connection, right? Big picture. Stress messes with your hormones, including testosterone. Stress goes up, testosterone can go down, and that can lead to,
Libido taking a hit, performance issues, all that fun stuff.
Exactly, yeah. So the ashwagandha, it's not like it's directly boosting testosterone, more like it's tackling that stress that might be getting in the way.
Interesting. So it's like setting the stage, creating the right environment, not just forcing a change.
Right, right. Instead of just cranking up the volume on testosterone, it's like it's tuning out the static, the interference.
Love that analogy. All right, next ingredient. And I got to say, this one made me chuckle. Horny goatweed.
Hey!
Clears throat. I mean, come on, you got to admit that's a name. But what's the science behind the interesting name?
Yeah, no, it's definitely memorable. But there's a compound in it, icariin. That's where things get, more scientific.
Okay, I'm listening. What's so special about this icariin?
So icariin, it might influence nitric oxide levels in your body. And nitric oxide, that's important.
Well,
think of nitric oxide like it tells your blood vessels to relax, open up, better blood flow.
and better blood flow means?
Aid. Well, in this context,
Yeah.
let's just say it's essential for things to perform as expected.
Oh, okay, got it.
But got to add, the research on this icariin and nitric oxide, it's still ongoing, okay? It's promising, but not a done deal.
Fair enough. Last ingredient on our list, and it's a classic, ginseng.
Oh, yeah, ginseng. Everybody's heard of ginseng.
Right, like it's famous for being an energy booster, isn't it?
Yep, exactly. Ties right into those Performer 8 claims about stamina, endurance, all that.
Okay, so we've got this lineup, all these ingredients with their own backstories. But here's something that stood out to me. Both articles, they make a point of saying Performer 8 is all natural.
Yeah, they do.
And that's got to be good,
Yeah.
right? Natural equals
Yeah.
safe, effective, right?
Well, it's not quite as simple as that. People like to think that if it's natural, it's harmless. But that's not always how it works, right? Things can interact with medications or just not be right for everyone. We got to, dig into that a little more later.
Good point. We'll unpack that a little more.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay, we've talked ingredients, but what about, actual results? One of these articles, they had some pretty glowing reviews, people saying it really worked for them.
Yeah, testimonials can be interesting, right?
Totally. There's this one guy, Ronald T., he's quoted saying Performer 8, really boosted his energy and libido.
Yeah. Ronald T., huh? Yeah, and it's not just him. They mentioned another one, Phyllis T., maybe his partner, who knows. But she's raving about it, too.
Really? What'd she say?
Saying it helped with erections, which, tracks with the whole...
Blood flow thing.
Exactly. But here's the thing. She also mentioned confidence.
Ooh, interesting. Like feeling better physically, it gives you that mental boost too.
Could be, right? That mind-body connection is powerful. But we got to be careful, not to get swept away by a few good stories.
Right, right. One person's miracle cure is another person's dud.
Exactly. Anecdotal evidence, it's a start, but it's not the whole picture. We need more than just, this worked for me.
Got to have that scientific backing, those clinical trials, all that jazz.
Yep. Got to see if those individual results hold up on a larger scale.
Okay, so Results may vary. Got it.
Hmm.
Anything else we should keep in mind? Any potential downsides?
Good point. Both articles mention this too. Consistency is key with this stuff.
Oh, like it's not an instant fix.
Nope, more like a long game. They said you got to take it consistently over time to really feel the effects.
Makes sense. Body needs time to adjust, right?
That's the
Yeah,
idea. And it's
yeah.
good to go in with realistic expectations. It's not going to be a miracle cure-all.
Right, right. And speaking of realistic, we got to talk about potential downsides. Both articles mention that even though it's natural, it doesn't mean it's side effect free.
Exactly. Natural doesn't automatically equal harmless, unfortunately.
True, true. So what were they saying? Anything specific to watch out for?
Well, it seems like most of the ingredients, they're generally considered safe, but there's always a chance of something, right? Like mild digestive issues. Some people mention headaches, especially when they first start taking it.
Yeah, your body's got to get used to any new supplement, right?
Right. And this is where talking to your doctor becomes super important, especially if you have other health conditions or if you're already taking medications.
Right. Could be interactions, right?
Exactly. Like one of the articles mentioned ashwagandha, which we talked about earlier. It can interact with certain meds, thyroid meds, blood pressure meds, stuff like that.
So even though it sounds all good, natural ingredients got to factor in the whole picture, right?
Mhm.
Your own personal health history and all.
Yeah. Absolutely. Always better to be safe than sorry. Think of it like this. You wouldn't just start a crazy new workout routine without checking with your doctor first, right? Especially if you had like a heart condition or something.
Right, right. Got to treat supplements with the same caution.
Exactly. It's your health, after all. Okay, so we've covered a lot. Ingredients, what they supposedly do, user experiences, potential downsides. If someone's listening and they're on the fence about this Performer 8, what would you say is the most important thing for them to think about?
That's the big question, right? At the end of the day, what's the takeaway?
Well, I always say it's about making informed choices, right? And it's great that people are like looking for natural ways to improve their health and their performance.
Yeah, totally. I mean, everyone wants to feel their best, right?
Exactly. But it's important to balance that enthusiasm with like a healthy dose of reality.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Well, for starters, remember what we said about individual results. Just because it worked for Ronald T doesn't mean it'll work for everyone.
Right, everyone's different. Different bodies, different situations, I guess.
Exactly. No one-size-fits-all solution, especially with something as complex as sexual health.
Okay, so not a guaranteed slam dunk, more like a calculated risk kind of thing.
That's a good way to put it, yeah. And that's why, going back to what we talked about before, talking to your doctor is so important.
Before you even think about trying it.
Absolutely. They can look at your medical history, any medications you're taking, and give you advice that's tailored to you.
So like due diligence.
Yeah.
Like before you make an investment, you got to do your research.
Exactly. And your health, that's the biggest investment there is.
No doubt about it. So we've covered a lot, wouldn't you say? Ingredients, the science, what users are saying, potential downsides. It's been a journey.
It has, but that's what we do here, right? We dive deep.
We do. And on that note, big thanks to everyone for joining us on this deep dive into Performer 8. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your health. Keep asking questions, keep exploring, and take care of yourselves.